I'm still here. Don't give up on me. The Japan vlogs will continue. Mark my words. Alvin, give me an update on how long it's been since my last upload. Yes. And you said it's been how long? And everybody thinks I will never upload again? Then what the fuck am I paying you for if all you do is bring me bad news, huh? Go find some good news for me, Alvin. God, useless prick. Look, I know I kind of abandoned this channel for a while, just like your Minecraft dog that's been sitting in your home since 2009, still waiting for you on that survival world you made back in the day. Alright, so I logged into my old survival world. This is my house. It's pretty cool, actually curious, is he... Oh my god, Mr. Bubbles, you're still here. But I am back now, and I have some interesting stories that I want to share. So, whether you are new or have seen my previous content, I hope you enjoy the video. So, to get your attention right from the start, I have a very special guest to introduce. Yes, it is no other than the one and only Jan from Hamamatsu. Why did I say that like such a foreigner? God, Hamamatsu. Jan from Hamamatsu, who has come all the way down to Kyoto for a trip we will be undertaking together. The plan is to start in Kyoto, then go down to Nara, and on the way to Hamamatsu we will be stopping by Nagoya for a short while as well, before concluding the trip. The first day was going to be a little short because it was raining and Jan was tired after his long trip down to see me. But we were determined to live up to our gaijin status in this country, so we went to go see a castle on the way home. Nijo Castle, which is pretty cool. You can go inside the buildings where they have mannequins set up to immerse you in what it was like to live there. The entry is paid, however, and you were not allowed to film inside. But the highlight of Nijo Castle for me was definitely the gardens. I don't know, seems like a good place to meditate and focus your chakra type shit. Yeah, you know, it's pretty. Man, I'm really selling you on this Nijo Castle stuff, huh? You know, God. No, despite how I sound, it's really cool, and you should go there. A bit random, but before bed that day, me and Jan went to a local bathhouse in the area. Again, I'm such a good vlogger that I just forgot to film again and show you what the place looked like, but it was this very old looking bathhouse that was run by this old lady that, by the way, did not give a shit that me and Jan were naked and would just walk around where we changed doing her work or, you know, whatever. She did try to look away, of course, as much as she could, but she was just like there while we were changing. Anyway, there was another Japanese guy in the bath with us, and we chatted for a bit, and ended up getting this random-ass picture with the old lady and the guy from the bathhouse. Top 10 Japan moments where I thought I was on drugs, I guess, because what the hell? Going into day 2 here, we started with nothing out of the ordinary. Woke up next to my handsome friend that I might or might not act suspiciously gay towards on occasion. Then headed out for breakfast at the local Dutor coffee shop, which has gotten pretty expensive recently. Oof. A coffee and a sandwich for almost 1,000 yen is pretty much comparable to Iceland, where it would be 2,000 yen. I mean, it's halfway there. Takaichi better do something about these prices soon, that's all I'm saying.
You want the fucking brawl? Come down to Snevic Hospitality, I'll come out of my house and I'll break your fucking legs!
So, here, me and Jan are checking out the old Imperial Palace in Kyoto, which also has some beautiful traditional buildings, and the house that the Emperor used to live in before he moved to Tokyo. This place has an even bigger garden area, more like a park, really, and it's surrounding the palace grounds. I think it's so cool to have a place like this in Kyoto where anyone can come and enjoy the fresh air and touch some much needed grass. Except when me and Jan went, it was terrible and raining and terrible and raining and wet and terrible. Do something funny. This time we were off to see Fushimi Inari Taisha, which is that one temple in Kyoto with the 1,000 or whatever torii gates and stuff.
Alright.
What do you think? We're in Fushimi now?
I'm happy. I always wanted to go here actually.
Very exciting. I'm gonna try and take a video of myself here. I think my finger's in the way. Yeah, there we go. Yay.
Nobody warned me about what was coming. Once you're halfway up there, there's no going back. My friend would have gone down too, but I know he would be thinking about how weak I am deep inside. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sick and tired of torii gates anyway. What? Just because it's a 40-minute walk on a constructed path, you don't think it should be that hard? Okay. I don't think it would be very hard to choke you out right now. Let's see who's weak now.
What people forget to tell you is that it's placed on a steep ass fucking mountain and you gotta hike your fat, lazy ass up there if you want to get the full experience. So we hiked all the way up to the top of Mount fucking Fushimi and down again. We were looking like sweaty, unwashed WoW players by the end of it, but it felt pretty great to accomplish this monumental feat. Later that night, we met up with some of my friends from Kyoto for dinner and went for some karaoke at this funky Jankara store, but as soon as we entered, a fresh wave of puke aroma hit our nose and we decided to try another place. I guess they'd be mopping those floors with just water, cause I didn't smell any sort of soap over there. Now for my personal favorite part of the trip, Nara. We would be spending 2 days here in this rather small city, just a little distance from Kyoto, and as someone that enjoys the countryside areas of Japan greatly, this was a perfect stop. The first day we would be spending in the city. Obviously when people think of Nara, you think of the deer walking all around the city, and since it was my first time here, I had to see the cute little creatures and give them some food that the vendors close by were selling. No idea what's in these cookies, but the deer go absolutely crazy for them. Oh, you have a cookie? For me? Cookie? And since the deer have been in the city for so long, they've started to know where people usually keep their things, biting or licking at your pockets and bumping into you occasionally. So you'll have to be somewhat mindful of your surroundings, because some of these deer had some pretty scary looking horns on them and you wouldn't want to get impaled, I imagine. The rest of the day we wandered around the city a little bit more and checked out some cool spots. I can't be bothered to write the script for this, so I'm gonna just make a montage out of it and hope your attention span doesn't implode on itself. How is the yakisoba? Good. It's good. Getting into our second day in Nara, we made our way down to the Inabuchi Rice Terraces. This place totally blew me away. There was beautiful nature everywhere, and the weather was sunny and warm. More on the weather later, but to traverse this land, me and Jan acquired 2 noble steeds in the form of rental electric bicycles. Although Jan's bicycle made him look like Starscourge Radahn from Elden Ring because of his giant stature. While we were there, we tried to look around for any places of interest, found a nice view spot over the valley, and were about to keep going when I realized one of the tires of my bike had punctured somehow, and we had to call the rental service and ask for a replacement bike. After an awkward phone call, they found us, and I got a brand new bike to use with no extra cost. And look, people are gonna be shaking their heads when I tell you this, but we forgot sunscreen. Yes, I know, the one thing you're supposed to bring when going outside on a sunny day. Didn't have it anywhere, not even within a 10-mile radius. Nope, just wasn't there. So we had to get some from the nearby convenience store, although most of the damage had already been done. But we didn't let that stop us, and found more cool spots like this shrine with a big bell that went like... But, as they say, all good things have to come to an end. And eventually we had to say goodbye to Nara for now. The next stop was Nagoya. And you know we can't visit Nagoya without stopping by to see our good friend Loki and his wife. After a quick stop at Rakuspa, a chain bathhouse place which I greatly recommend, especially this one in Nagoya. They have lots of cool things to do inside, besides just going in the bath. It's a whole adventure. Anyway, after we went there, we met up with Yumi and dropped by Loki's place for another homemade meal from the beloved house husband himself. And it definitely did not disappoint, although his opinion on cheese was a slight letdown.
Do you like cheese?
No.
And that pretty much sums up the Nagoya experience this trip. We've been there so many times, there's unfortunately not much left for us to see, but regardless, Nagoya is a great city that, despite its shortcomings in the term of sightseeing, is a very peaceful and a great choice for living. Like the location of the city being very central, being able to go to Osaka or Tokyo more conveniently. But if you had forgotten where me and Jan were headed for next, let me remind you. It was time to check out the coastal city of Hamamatsu. There's 3 things that are great about Hamamatsu as far as I know. The gyoza, the beach, and their cute little mascots Ieyasu-kun and Naotoracha. This was also the city in which Jan was living and working, so he served as my guide for this part of the trip. Walking around the city, we stumbled across some things that were very Hamamatsu themed, like this gyoza vending machine and posters of Naotoracha, and this golden statue of Ieyasu-kun. Fun fact, Ieyasu-kun won an award for being the best city mascot in Japan in the 2015 ゆるキャラGrand Prix, so he's kind of a big deal. Then Jan took me to a beach that is apparently very famous around Japan, and I can't remember the name of it right now. Give me a sec. Yes. The Nakatajima Sand Dunes. I guess they're more known for the dunes part rather than the beach part, but there is a beach there if you walk over the dunes. The dunes are somewhat historical and host, for example, seasonal turtle hatching that you can go watch, so that's very nice.
Stone Ocean?
And you're not going to believe this, but for dinner we decided on gyoza. And that's not the surprising part. Somehow we ended up talking to a drunk lady and her partner that commented on Jan's height, because of course they did, he's a giant. And it all led to another picture taken with all of us somehow. I swear this is starting to be a theme here. But with that, our journey was over. And the next day I was headed back to Kyoto to continue my normal days. This was an unforgettable journey, and I'm very glad to have shared it with Jan and all the others we met along the way. And I hope you enjoyed coming along for the ride as well, my dear viewer. I will keep you updated on my next adventure here, and I hope you all take good care of yourself in the meantime. Bye bye!